Match number 3 of the day at the NJC Spectacular, 15th annual Volleyball Spectacular here at the Bank of Colorado Event Center. I'm Cole Honstead. Features the Akron Rams and the Resurrection Christian Cougars, as the Rams defeated the Brigsdale Falcons 3-0. And so far, well, this will be our first time seeing Resurrection Christian. We've seen Akron, Day Springs, and Brigsdale. Match number 1 was a Akron sweep 3-0, and match number 2 was a Day Springs sweep 3-0 over Brigsdale. And now Akron will face Resurrection Christian. Starters for the Resurrection Christian Lady Cougars is Kelly Gattikin, Riley Lenneman, Abby Skipworth, Madison Webb, Jennifer Lohr, and Preston Lenneman. And for the Akron Rams, it will be Gail Hall, Megan Woods, Sydney Merrill, Carly Christensen, Jordan Bear, and Sydney Glosson, as we get ready to play match number 3. So Res Christian has yet to play a match. Akron 1-0 on the day. And same with Day Springs. 0-2 is the Brigsdale Falcons. The Akron Rams will be the visitor on your scoreboard. The Resurrection Christian Cougars will be the home team on the scoreboard. As we're still in the Bank of Colorado Event Center here on the campus of Northeast Junior College in Sterling, Colorado. And it looks to be that the Cougars will have the serve first, and it'll go to Riley Linneman. Linneman will have the serve for the Cougars. Linneman serve, back row for Hall. Set up by Christensen for Glosson, back row, as she will go out, and the the Cougars take a 1-0 lead. Or excuse me, that was down on the back row. Wasn't sure that it caught the back line. And that will give the serve to Bear, and she goes long, and Cougars tie it up at 1 off the service error. That'll give the ball a Skipworth, and she set up by Woodson set up by the Cougars, and off the block and down for a kill, and Preston Lenneman will put one home. 2-1 for the Cougars. Skipworth will go back row for Hall. Set up Woods, far side for Glosson. Picked up by the Cougars, and a back row attack does not make over the net. And that will be a point for the Cougars, and for the Rams, and that will send Megan Woods to the line. Comes back row off of Baylor, who came in on the sub, and ball freed over and down. And the Cougars take a 3-2 lead. Serve to Webb as she serves short. Christensen will tip it over, and it's down for a kill. And he evens it up at 3 apiece. That will give Sydney Merrill the serve. She'll set up middle of the court. Back row off the net, and is set up by the Cougars. Played over. Christensen. Far side for Hall. She'll play off the block. Set up by the Cougars is Boulders as Christensen to picked up back row and pushed over by the Cougars. Christensen, far side for Merrill, back row and off the hands of Lenneman for a kill as the Cougars fall behind now 4-3 to the Akron Rams. Merrill, long serve and off the chest of Baylor, and that's an ace as she couldn't get out of the way, and it's 5-3. Back row and down for an ace, and back-to-back aces for Merrill. Make it 6-3. Merrill with a jump serve. Rifle one back row picked up by Lohr and put over by the Cougars. Picked up for Hall. Back row set up by the Cougars. It'll go back and off the arms of Bear and down for a kill. And that was Jennifer Lohr. Make it 6-4. Preston Lenneman with the serve. Picked up by Bear. Christensen, far side for Glosson. Picked up by the Cougars back row. Attacked by Lenneman, Riley Lenneman, and into the net go the Rams, and it's 6-5. Lenneman with the serve. Picked up back row by Woods. Set up for Glosson. Glosson just tips it over. Far side will be Riley Lenneman, and down for a kill off the hands of Morrill, and it's tied 6-6. So Preston Lenneman will serve back row on Bear. Morrill over for Hall, who'll flat-footed attack. Lenneman front side, and she'll get the returns on the set, and in the net goes Darcy Boulders as Akron will get the point and head the serve over for Glosson. Glosson, short serve back row for Lenneman. Back sort, Lenneman with on the attack, off the block, kept alive by the Rams. Lenneman, serve up for Webb. Lenneman back down, and the Rams have to play it over. Lenneman near side and can't get the tip to go, and it's 8-6. Two Lennemans on the court for the Res Christian Cougars as it's Preston and Riley. Excuse me, as Lenneman near side, as Christensen for Morrill, backside for Lenneman, has to pop it up over, and this ball will get out as the Rams cannot play the free ball over. So it's Riley and Preston Lenneman on the court for the Cougars. 8-7. It's picked up back row by the Rams, and they push it over. Riley Lenneman down and in for an a kill, and make it 8-8. Serving is Jennifer Lohr. Lohr's serve goes short back row for Morrill. Christensen sets up for Glosson. Glosson puts it over, and we have an over the net, and point goes to the Cougars. Lohr with the serve goes back row for Woods. Set up by Christensen, near side for Bear, and she will go down and in for a kill off of Lenneman, off of Preston Lenneman, and ties it up all at 9. That'll give Christensen the serve, and she goes back row for Lohr, set up by Skipworth. Skipworth will have to play it over. Morrill back row for Lenneman. She has to give it to sister Riley, and down for a kill at 10-9. Serving is Boulders, and she will serve this one wide and even it up at 10-10. Gattikin comes back into the game as Hall serves it back row for Lohr. Pushed over by the Cougars. Near side for Morrill, and she'll tip one over. And it's Gattikin over the head of Riley and out. And that'll be an 11-10 score for the Akron Rams. Hall with the serve goes back row for Lohr. Set up by Webb off the block on the Skipworth attack and out of bounds. And 11 apiece goes the score. Riley Lenneman to back row. Christensen has to try to go to Barron, and she'll get it over the net. Set up near side for Preston Lenneman as Morrill gives it over and played up by the Cougars. Lenneman will go long on his Riley, and it's 12-11. Bear gets the serve. Bear goes deep back row for Gattikin. Near side for Lenneman. Picked up by Christensen to Morrill. Put one down and in for a kill and make it 13-11. Bear with the serve once again. Floats one over. Picked up by Lohr and put back down by Glossman as the return was just over the net, and Glosson puts one home. Makes it 14-11. Bear, short serve back for Lenneman, and she'll go back row attack, and she will put one down for a kill off the arms of Christensen, and it's 14-12. Abby Skipworth will now serve. She'll go back row for Hall, and it's picked up by Woods, and into the net is Glosson, and 14-13. Skipworth, back row for Christensen. Set up by Woods for Glosson. Tipped over and at the net, blocked and down for a stuff block, as credit that to Madison Webb, and it's 14-14. Skipworth, back row for Hall. Set up by Woods, center for Morrill, and down for a kill on the backside, and 15-14. Subbing in is Michaela Baylor. Woods with the serve, goes back for Lenneman. Near side for Preston, popped up by the Rams. Morrill on the stuff block is Webb, and she puts one down, and it's 15-15 as Morrill can just not get things going. Merrill. That'll give the serve to Madison Webb and the Res Christian Cougars. Her serve goes back row for Bear. Christensen sets up backside for Merrill off the block, and it's kept alive by the Rams. Set up is Webb, near side for Preston, and she will hit one right into the net. And it's 16-15. Both teams not allowing each other to get long rallies and get huge points. Merrill, jump serve, back row, picked up by Lohr. Near side for Boulders, excuse me. And this ball gets over and off a Ram and make it 16-16 out of bounds. That'll give the serve to Preston Linneman. Linneman serves back row for Woods. Set up by Christensen. Backside for Glosson, and she can't get it over. And it's 17-16. Linneman right into the net, and 17-17 on the service error. And that'll hand the serve over to Sydney Glosson. Glosson goes back row for Lohr. Near side for Riley. Back to Glosson in the back row. Set up by Christensen, and Bear through the block and down for a kill. (18-17). Glosson, back row for Lohr. Set up by Webb. This gets over, and it's pushed over by Bear. Webb, boulders, near side for Riley, picked up by the Rams. Pushed back over by Bear. Baylor, back row, and this gets over by Glosson. Free balled over and picked up by Boulders. Riley off the stuff block, and Riley will try it again. Blocked once again. Bear picks it up, pushed over, and into the net, picked up. Woods gets it over for the Akron Rams. And it's Webb, near side for Lohr, can't get it across, as Bear backside for Linneman. Then to Sister and Riley, and says it was tipped, but refs say no, and it's a long rally, and point goes to the Akron Rams. Rams serving, picked up by Webb, pushed over. Christensen gets it over to Bear, and Bear can't get it over, and it's 19-18, and the serve will go to the Res Christian Cougars, and it'll be Jennifer Lohr. Lohr will go wide on her serve and make it 20-18. Sends Carly Christensen to the line to serve. The serve goes back row for Lohr. Picked up by Webb, near side for Riley. Picked off the block, and the Bear puts one down. Off the block, back, and tipped out of bounds by Skipworth. And 21-18, and Res Christian is going to take a timeout. Both teams putting up really good numbers here between the blocks and the attack percentage. Both teams not giving up. This is the biggest lead by either team has been 3 points. And that's going to be pretty key, as both of these teams very good. Res Christian's head coach is Caleb Howard, and Akron's head coach is Lindsey Gilbert. As 21-18, probably the best match of the day so far, other than on the gold pool side of the bracket. As Carly Christensen will still have the serve. Christensen goes back row for Linneman. Near side for Skipworth, off the stuff block and into the bench of the Res Christian Cougars, make it 22-18. Christensen, back row for Lohr, as picked up by Linneman. Skipworth and Linneman will free ball it over. Christensen near side for Bear, off the block, and it down for a kill. And that's 23-18. And a timeout taken by Res Christian once again. That was their final timeout of the set. So after giving up 2 quick points, the Cougars take another timeout, and Akron is looking to put this one away. As both teams doing a good job. I can't say enough about both of these teams. As coming out of the timeout, Christensen will still have the serve for the Rams. This is set number 1 in this match number 3. Back row and out is Christensen's serve, and it is 23-19. And coming on to the court is now Carly Whittam, and she will do the serving for Boulders. Whittam goes back row and out and make it 24-19, and that will let Gail Hall serve for the set. She puts one back row, picked up by Lenneman, and back is Merrill, puts one down, and then Bear off the block puts one home. 25-19 is your final in that one. 25-19 as the Akron Rams take set number 1 over the Res Christian Cougars. I'm Cole Hansen. This is a big-time small-town media production here on Chessa.tv and ColoradoPreps.tv.
Get your DVD copies of the Adventures theme live online at BigTimeSmallTown.com. Hi, I'm Ben Lyko, owner, founder, and one of the talents of Big Time Small Town Media. Very glad you're enjoying the broadcast we're bringing to you live online. Don't forget you can have this broadcast whenever and wherever you want with the purchase of the DVD from Big Time Small Town Media. Go to www.BigTimeSmallTown.com. There you can check out all the games that we've got from any past tournaments. We've been doing this for just more than a year, and Big Time Small Town Media is proud to be more than sports. We're community.
Playing sports, our game live baseball. We're not also here.
Big Tex, a name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex, the name behind quality, precise design, and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style does not get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex, made to last, made to perform. Big Tex, with years of experience and Texas pride built into every product. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready to transport the job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Sterling Trailers. Call 522-2855. You're looking for a used car, but you don't really trust those used car dealers. At Ertl Brothers Discount Auto in Sterling, trust is not an issue. At Ertl Brothers Discount Auto, every vehicle is fully inspected before it goes out on the lot, so you don't have to worry about buying that lemon. For your convenience of shopping, Ertl Brothers Discount Auto is available online anytime at ebautos.com. They understand that not everyone works 9 to 5, so they'll even set up private appointments to work with your schedule. Visit Ertl Brothers Discount Auto, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to 4.
We switch sides after the Akron Rams take a 1-0 set lead over the Res Christian Cougars. And back to serve for the Rams will be Bear, as she will put it across, picked up by Bear, set as Christensen cannot get to this ball on the near side, and Res Christian will take a 1-0 lead. That'll send Abby Skipworth to the line to serve. She'll go backside for Christensen. Set up by Woods, near side for Glosson off the block, and the Rams put it over as Christensen can't get to this ball either, and it's 2-0. Res Christian. Skipworth will line drive to Christensen. Picked up by Woods. Set over by Morrill. Picked up by Webb. Near side for Lenneman, and down for a kill is Lenneman. And Preston Lenneman with her first kill of the set. Skipworth, back row for Hall, and that'll be an ace as it's off the block, and a quick timeout taken by the Rams as Res Christian has a 4-0 lead. So rattle off 4 straight points by the Res Christian Cougars, and Akron has to take a quick timeout. Akron leads 1-0. As both teams taking a lot of the time in the timeout, as Coach Caleb Howard for Res Christian said, hey, let's keep this one rolling, as now Abby Skipworth has to retain the serve. She'll put it back row for Hall, and she'll let this one go out, and Akron catches a break and makes it 4-1. Serve will be to Woods. Woods goes back for Baylor, near side for Preston Lenneman, and tip over the block and down for a kill, and it's 5-1. Sending Madison Webb now for the Cougars to serve. She'll pop one over, and it's picked up by the Rams. Christensen sets Glosson too far, and she can't get it over, and 4 hit on the Rams. 6-1 Cougars. Webb serves. Short serve and in for an ace, and it is 7-1. Webb, short serve picked up by Morrill, and Christensen can't put it over, make it 8-1. Webb, floater over in the middle, picked up by Hall, as Christensen puts it over. Merrill off the tip and in for a kill, as Lenneman could not get a complete hand on it, and it goes off her fingertips. And I'll send Merrill back to the line to serve. Goes back row off the arms of Jennifer Lohr for an ace, and make it 8-3. The jump serve. It goes back for Webb. Picked up, and Lenneman tries to drive one home. Picked up by the Cougars, or the Rams, as Merrill tries to drive one home. Lenneman free balls it over. Picked up by Merrill. Near side for Glosson. Glosson goes back row, picked up by Baylor. Near side for Lenneman. Lenneman puts one through the block. Christensen sets up near side for Hall. And picked up by the Cougars. Near side, Lenneman will be drive one down and in for a kill. Make it 9-3. And that'll give Preston Lenneman the serve. Back row for Bear, set up for Christian, near side for Glosson. Glosson tries to go cross court out, as That'll make it 10-3. Preston drives one right into the net on a line drive, a service error, and it's 10-4, and that will give the serve to Sydney Glosson. Glosson, back row for Lenneman, set up by Webb, near side for Boulders. Webb, far side for Riley, and she drives one through the block home for a kill. As now Skipworth comes back in for Baylor. And doing the serving will be Jennifer Lohr for the Cougars. Lohr right into the net, so service error, and it's 11-5 now. That'll give the serve to Carly Christensen. Christensen in for an ace as there was a little miscommunication on the back row. 11-6. Down by 5 are the Akron Rams. Christensen's serve goes back for Lohr, near side for Skipworth, and it goes down for a kill. And make it 6-12. And coming in to serve will be Carly Whittam for the Res Christian Cougars. Whittam goes back row, picked up by Merrill. Christensen near side for Bear, and off the stuff block and down, and that is a point for the Cougars. 13-6. Whittam, short serve as Woods tries to play it, and we go down as an ace, and it's 14-6. Whittam with a jump serve, and this will go wide as be 14-7 as the Rams cut the lead in half. Served by Hall, picked up by the Cougars. It'll go to Lenneman and Lenneman as Bear will try to push it over as she lets it go for Christensen and make it 15-7. Give the serve to Riley Lenneman. Lenneman goes back for Hall and off her arms and in for an ace. 16-7. Danae Michaelis comes in for the Rams in the back row as this ball by Lenneman is into the net, make it 16-8. Serve goes to Jordan Bear as the Rams will put it to Lenneman. Set up by Webb for Preston once again, and in the net go the Rams, make it 17-8 in favor of the Cougars. Back row for Michaelis. Picked up by Woods for Merrill, and she cannot put one home as it's wide, and 18-8, and another timeout taken by the Rams. They are out of timeouts in the set as they trail by 10. As the Res Christian Cougars have figured out this Akron offense. And it's been a lot of hits wide as they try to get around a block. As now the Rams, even though it was their timeout, they take a quick time to get out of it. So Coach Lindsey Gilbert probably said one thing: hey, play the game right. You know how to play. This isn't Akron. This isn't Ram volleyball right now. So let's get back to Ram volleyball. Coming out of the timeout will be Skipworth with the serve for the Res Christian Cougars. Serve goes back row for Michaelis. Picked up by Woods, near side for Glosson, over the block, and it's picked up by Skipworth. To Webb, near side is Lenneman, and down over the tip kill. Over the block and in for a kill as Preston Lenneman makes it a 19-8 game. Skipworth drives one back for Christensen. Woods sets up in the middle for Merrill, off the block and down, and that is a point for the Cougars. And it's 20-8. 12-point lead for the Cougars. And into the net goes the serve of Skipworth, and it's 20-9. And now the serve goes back for Hall. Or excuse me, Woods. Back row is set up by Lenneman, near side for Preston, and down for a kill on the line, and it's 21-9. Boulders coming back in for Whittam, as Madison Webb will have the serve, and her serve will go wide and out, and it's 21-10. Giving the serve back to the Cougars as Hall comes back in for Michaelis. And the serve will go to Sydney Merrill. She'll go back row for Lord, picked up by Webb, near side for Boulders. Set up, back row, Bear has to push it over. Picked up, Webb, Boulders, tips it over. Back tip over by the Rams. Set up, Boulders has to free ball it over. Merrill, set up by Christensen, near side for Glosson, over the net and off the block, down on the Akron side, and it is a 22-10 game as the Cougars have a 12-point lead, and they hand the ball over to number 12, Preston Linneman. Linneman will go to Bear, set up by Christensen, far side for Hall, and off the block, and for hit, as they said it never hit the block, and it went actually into the net. It's 23-10. Preston Linneman, 23-10, drives it short, pushed over by the Rams. Set up by Boulders, near side for Riley Linneman, picked up, pushed over by the Rams. Webb, near side for Lore, off the block and out, and that is a set point for the Cougars. Serving for the set is Lenneman, is Preston Lenneman. She drives one short, picked up Christensen, near side for Glosson, picked up by the Cougars. Set up by Boulders for Preston, and off the net on her attack, and Akron staves off one set point as it is 11-24, and gives the ball to Glosson. Back row, set up by Webb, and she can't get this one to stay in play, and it's 24-12. Cut the lead in half to the Rams. Glosson pushes one over, picked up by the Cougars. Near side, Riley Lenneman, and down for a kill, and that is set number 2. As the Res Christian Cougars come back to tie it at one set apiece, as we go into set number 3, one apiece. I'm Paul Honstead in this big-time small-town media production on ColoradoPreps.tv.
Akron Auto is proud to be the best pre-owned automobile dealership in northeastern Colorado. Quickly expanding, Akron Auto has 2 locations. The original on Highway 34 in Akron and a second on Highway 34 in Fort Morgan. Akron Auto wishes to thank local patrons for making their business possible and ask visitors to stop in and see what may be on the lot for you. Tax time is the perfect time to use your rebate on a car, truck, or SUV upgrade. Akron Auto, better for your budget. This broadcast of high school sports is being brought to you courtesy of the Allen Bear Agency of Akron. In times of such economic uncertainty, let Allen Bear and his staff serve as stability when it comes to your insurance needs. With years of experience serving their community with products in auto, home, and life insurance, the Allen Bear Agency is also available for farm, crop, business, and health insurance as well. Give Allen and his team a call today at 970-345-2310 or stop into 142 Adams in Akron to see how the Allen Bear Agency can serve you.
Set number 3 we go as the Res Christian Cougars take set number 2, 25-12 over the Akron Rams and tie it up 1 set apiece, as now both teams looking to get an edge on one another. As serve will go to the Cougars, and it'll be Riley Lenneman serving for the Cougars. Back row for Madison Bear, picked up near side for Merrill, back and down for a kill, as that will bring a 1-0 lead for the Rams. Bear serves back row for Lair, and right back as the service back over the top, and down for a kill is Glossman as she puts one home. Good news for Akron. Ali Vasquez is returned as she's in this lineup, as Lenneman will try to get it over, and it'll drop on in between 2 Akron defenders, and it is 2-1. Give it Abby Skipworth, back row for Bear, and Woods cannot handle the pass, and it's 2-2. Vasquez for Akron was taking her ACTs, and now she returns, so she was not here for the first game or this first set, as Vasquez will let this one go, and it'll be out, and Akron takes a 3-2 lead now. Woods will serve as Baylor comes in for the Cougars. Serve back row for Lenneman, and she had no one to pass the ball to, as it lands harmlessly in the net, and Woods will serve again. Back for Lenneman, picked up by Webb, near side for Preston Lenneman. Woods sets it up for Christensen. Near side for Merrill, off the block and into the net. 4 hits, they say Akron has. And it is now 4-3. And into the game is Darcy Boulders for Res Christian. A short serve over by Webb. Glosson puts one home through 2 defenders and is 5-3 now. And that'll give the serve to Sydney Merrill. Merrill goes back row for Lenneman. Up to Webb, near side for Boulders, and she cannot handle this set, and it is 5-4. Merrill with a jump serve, back row, and that's an ace. As it was like a cutter, and it could not be handled by Lohr, and it's 5-5. Excuse me, it's actually 7-3. So it's actually 7-3 Akron, as this ball put over, as down is Christensen, as she tips one over, and it's 8-3. As a timeout will be taken by Res Christian. I was not sure how we got the 8-3, as I may have missed some points here, or missed where the calls went. But scoreboard has 8-3, so we're going to have 8-3. And coming out of the timeout, the Rams right back out onto the court. And now the Cougars back out as well, as the Rams lead 8-3 over the Cougars in set number 3. Merrill with the serve. She'll float one right into the net on their jump serve and make it 8-4. And that gives a serve to Preston Linneman. Linneman drives one back for Bear, set up by Christensen, near side for Vasquez, and she will put one down the line and in for a kill. And it's 9-4. And that's the good news for Akron, is you have your best hitter back in the game. Serve by Akron, off the stuff block and down and in, as the Res Christian gets a point back, make it 9-5, as Lohr has the serve as she put one home for a kill. And into the game is Skipworth back in. And Lohr will have the serve. She'll go to Merrill. Back for Christian. Vasquez off the block and down for a kill. And make it 10-5. Akron. That'll hand the serve over to Carly Christensen of the Rams. Serve deep for Lenneman. Set up by Webb, near side for Riley Lenneman. Played off the back row, and Vasquez has to free ball it over. Webb, near side for Riley Lenneman. Off the block, out, and point Cougars. And now Carly Whitman will get the will serve for the Cougars, as they're down 10-6. Serve goes back row for Merrill. Set up Christians. Near side is Vasquez, and she has a miss hit and can't get it over the net. 7-10. Whittam back to Merrill. Christensen back, tips over, and set up by Webb. She goes far side for Riley Lenneman in set 2 strong as it's 11-7 now, point Akron. That'll give Ali Vasquez the serve, her jump serve, right into the net as she nearly gets her teammate in Megan Woods right in the dome. And it is 8-11. Is Riley Lenneman the serve. A pop-up as Bear has to free ball it over. Set up, Webb near side for Preston. Popped through the defenders, popped over. Picked up by Whitman. Webb back sets over the net as picked up by Lohr. Near side Cougars. Preston will drive one to Vasquez. Christensen near side for Merrill. Off the block, out and down for a kill as Akron takes a 12-8 lead. Hands the serve over to Jordan Bear. She'll drive one deep and Lohr to Webb. Preston off the block, out and point Res Christian. As now Mackenzie Richardson will come in for Res Christian to serve. Her serve will go back to Bear. Set up by Woods, pushed over on the set and down for a point. And that's a kill for the setter. And now Woods will have herself the serve. 13-9. Woods back row for Lenneman as Preston was tying her shoe, so that does not count. Woods back row for Riley Lenneman as she has to let it go. And it's down for an ace, 14-9. Woods with the serve and into the net, make it 14-10. And now Boulders comes back on for Whitman, or Whittam. And serve to Madison Webb for the Cougars. She goes backside for Webb, or for Woods. Near side off the block is Glosson and down for a kill. As that will be a 15-10 game as now Merrill gets the serve. Jump serve, back row, off Lohr, set up by Webb, near side for Preston Lenneman. Over the net, play the Rams. Near side, Boulders, picked up, back row. Near side, Vasquez, tipped over the block, picked up by Webb. Boulders sets up, near side for Preston, goes back row. Christensen, near side for Glosson. She drives it long and out, and Res Christian catches the break on the long rally. 11-15. And the serve goes to the Cougars. Preston Lenneman backside for Bear, set up by Christensen for Glosson, over the block and out. And make it 15-12. Preston Lenneman serve. Goes straight back to Woods. Pushed by Merrill. Near side for Bear and right into the net. As that'll be a 13-15 game now. As Lenneman has served back-to-back points for the Cougars. Lenneman floats one over. Merrill picked up by Christensen to Vasquez. Off the block and down for a kill. And make it 16-13 Akron. That'll give the serve to Glosson. Sydney Glosson, the sophomore, as she pounds one to Preston Lenneman. Webb near side for Lohr. Flips it over. Webb near side for Riley Lenneman. Webb picks it up once again. Puts over here the Cougars. Christensen down the middle for Bear and out. And that will be a point for the Cougars. And it's 16-14. In for the Cougars is Skipworth. 14-16. The serve to Merrill and into the net. And that is an ace for the Cougars. Serving is Jennifer Lohr. And she'll pop it to Merrill. Off her hands, a lift, and back-to-back aces have tied this game up at 16. And a timeout will be taken by the Akron Rams, their first of the set, as each team has one apiece. 16-16 is your score between the Res Christian Cougars and the Akron Rams. One set apiece for each team. This is set number 3. I'm Cole Honstead here on ColoradoPreps.tv and this big-time small-town media production. One freshman on this Res Christian team on the varsity side, as Abby Skipworth has been one of the best for them so far. Coming out of the timeout, the ball will go to Merrill. Set up by Christensen. Near side for Bear. Off the net as Baylor has to free ball this over. Christensen near side for Vasquez. Off the block, picked off the net, and Skipworth can't get to it. And point goes to Akron, 17-16. Send Christensen back to the line. Deep serve off Lohr. Pick and an ace as Riley Lenneman could not get to the ball, and it's 18-16. Christensen, deep serve. Lohr picked up and pushed over by the Cougars. Back across as Vasquez off the block. Picked up. Lenneman has to go back across Christensen. Far side for Vasquez. Off the block. Picked off her hand and down out of bounds. And Res Christian gets a point back, 18-17. And Whittam will come in for Boulders. Boulders drives one back to Woods. Christensen set up near side for Vasquez. Picked up by Lohr. Webb set up near side for Riley Lenneman. And down for a kill off the dig of Merrill. And ties it up at 18. Whittam goes back row for Merrill. Set up Woods as Vasquez has to free ball it over. Lenneman picked up Webb near side for Riley. Off the block and down on the Cougars side. And Akron takes a 1 point, 19-18 lead. Vasquez serves back row for Skipworth. Off the attack and into the net, and it's 20-18 Akron. Vasquez skips one off the net. Skipworth will have to play it over. Christensen near side Merrill off the block, back down and stuffed as Res Christian comes within one, 20-19. Give the block to Webb as Riley Lenneman will serve. She goes to Glosson, set up back by Christensen. Off the block and down is Bear, and it's 21-19. Back to a 2 point lead for the Akron Rams. Bear with the jump serve as she right into the net, and it's now 20-21. Res Christian gets the ball back, and the freshman Skipworth will get the serve. Skipworth goes back row for Bear. Set up by Woods. Free balled over by Christensen. A near side, Preston Lenneman back picked up by Vasquez. Near side for Merrill. Skipworth. Webb sets up. Preston down and comes up and into the net off the dig, and it's tied 21-21. Skipworth with the serve. And it'll be an ace off the floor of Akron, and they were going to take their final timeout of the set as it is 22-21 in favor of the Cougars. And this one is going to come down to the last few serves for each team. Both teams not letting each other get off to tremendous leads, as it's been just go, go, go for each team. Akron not taking a lot of time in their timeouts, whereas Res Christian taking nearly 40 seconds, as they got 20 seconds left before they even break their huddle. As now Abby Skipworth serves for the Cougars. Back to Vasquez, set up in the middle for Merrill, and out on the attack, and it's 23-21, and Skipworth with the serve again. Serve goes back row for Bear, set up by Woods, near side for Glosson, off the block and pushed back over by the Rams. Has to push back. Set near side. Webb. Preston has to throw it over the block and down for a kill on the tip kill. And it's 24-21. Skipworth serving for the set. Goes backside for Vasquez. Set up by Woods. Off the block is Glosson, and it is 22-24. So Akron staves off a point, and back in the game is Michaela Baylor. And serving for the Rams is Megan Woods. Back row for Lenneman. Preston will have to put one into the net on a short set, and it's 23-24. Woods trying to get Akron back into this. Back serve, and it's picked up by Baylor and pushed over by the Cougars. Merrill back and down for a kill as Merrill puts one home, and it's tied 24-24 in set number 3. I'm Clausen here on Shasta.tv and ColoradoPreps.tv. This is a big-time small-town media production. Woods to Lenneman, and she can't play it, and it'll go down as an ace, and it's 25-24. And Res Christian will take their final timeout of the match, of this set. Neither team has a timeout, as Akron with a 1-point lead and a set point. A set point for the Rams, as Woods will have the honor. As she will put one out, and that will tie it up at 25. As now Boulders will come back in. Ball went down the hall, I do believe. As it'll be Madison Webb, the sophomore, getting the serve. Back for Woods over the net as it'll be played by Merrill, and Merrill will have to put it over and down for a kill as Akron takes a 26-25 lead, and Merrill gives herself the serve for the set. Merrill picked up, pushed over. Vasquez has to tip it, and it's pushed back over, and Pancake not good enough, and Akron takes set number 3, 27-25. As they take a 2-1 set advantage. We come back for set number 4. I'm Cole Honstead here on Shasta.tv and ColoradoPreps.tv between the Res Christian Cougars and the Akron Rams. Akron leads 2-1. We go to set number 4 here on this big time small town media production.
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545, and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source.
Here's a simple math problem. What's 1 plus 1? 2, you say? Not according to Colorado. Here, 1 plus 1 is 3. Because our personal free checking and personal free collections give you twice as much free. You'll start with free checking, free online banking, free telebank access, free penny pay, no service fees, and more. And when you add on, you get a free savings account, free appraisal, mortgage, and more. So you're in for free. Try today to open a new account by visiting bankofcolorado.com. Where 1 plus 1 equals 3.
In 1916, it is estimated that producing 100 bushels of corn took approximately 35 to 40 hours. Today, it is estimated that producing the same 100 bushels takes less than 3. A lot has changed in the last 95 years, but one thing has stayed the same. Farm Credit is still the lender of choice for America's farmers and ranchers. We are passionate about agriculture and are dedicated to serving America in good times and bad. This is Jordan Wilkie in the Yuma Lending Office. Give us a call today to see how we can help you. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
Ison Oil has been supporting our community for over 65 years and is the leading supplier in propane, Sinclair diesel and gas, Chevron oils, greases, and lubricants, and a variety of tires and Delco batteries. Located on Highway 34 in Otis and Plattner, Ison Oil is your #1 source for diesel, oil, gas, and propane needs. For all those road trip adventures through Northeast Colorado, they offer 24-hour pay-at-the-pump gas and diesel services. Ison Oil, American product, American quality, affordable prices.
Set number 4 we go as the Res Christian Cougars and the Akron Rams have had a battle brewing as the Akron Rams will get the ball out of the set, and I'm trying to see, it'll be Bear with the serve. She goes back row for Lore and tipped over by Lenneman. Near side for Merrill. Webb sets up Lenneman near side and puts it over the block and back onto the Red Christian side. Back down and in for a kill goes Preston Lenneman, and it is 1-0 Res Christian. That'll give Abby Skipworth the serve. She'll float it down the middle for Vasquez, picked up by Woods. Near side for Glosson. She'll float it over. Webb to Preston Lenneman. Puts it back door and down for a kill. 2-0 Res Christian. As now Skipworth will get the serve once again. She'll float it over as Vasquez. Set up by Woods, near side Glosson. Glosson can't get it over the net, and it'll be a 4 hit as it'll be 3-0 Res Christian. Skipworth fires one over, picked up by Bear, and Woods can't handle the pass, and it's 4-0. And you expect if the Cougars get one more point, that Coach Lindsey Gilbert will take a timeout. Skipworth rifles one right into the net as Akron gets a point back, 4-1, and gives the serve to Megan Woods. As Kelly Gaetikin, back row set up and pushed over by the Res Christian. Picked up on the near side on the net. Woods, Christensen, near side for Merrill. Merrill puts one back row, set up by Webb. Near side for Preston. Preston off the block, down and for a kill. As we have a Darcy Boulders coming in for Kelly Gaetikin. As Madison Webb has the serve. She'll put it to Vasquez. She'll put it over the net. Webb, tip over as it'll be free balled over. Should have been 4 hits as off the block is Merrill. Bear will push it over and it'll fall behind Lohr and make it 5-2 and give Sydney Merrill the serve. She goes back row for Lair, set up by Webb. Has to be pushed back over by Baylor. Near side for Christensen and to Vasquez, and she goes out on the miss hit, and it's 6-2 in favor of the Cougars. That'll give the serve to Preston Linneman. And it's back row picked up by Woods. Christensen set up backside for Glosson off the block. Tipped up by the Cougars. Pushed over by Preston. Far side set for Vasquez. Powers through the block down for a kill. As that will give Glosson the serve. As it goes picked up by the Cougars. Far side for Boulders. Off the block, picked up by Merrill. She will put it cross court off the hands of Preston and down for a kill on a long kill. As Preston Linneman could not keep that one up. Serve back row and over the head of Riley Linneman and in for an ace, and it's 6-5 Res Christian, and Res Christian will take a timeout. As a 1-point game, both teams not giving up, and it has been back and forth all game long for both teams. And I gotta say, looking at the video, I gotta tell you that right now, Res Christian has the best jerseys here. Ben will tell you otherwise, but I say Res Christian has the best uniforms. Akron will have the serve out of the timeout, as it'll be Sydney Glosson. Glosson will serve back row for Laird. Set up by Webb, near side for Riley Linneman, and down through the block and in for a kill, and make it 7-5 Res Christian. And that'll give Laura the serve. Jennifer Laura, sophomore for this Res Christian team. Coming back into the game is Skipworth. As this ball right into the net, as make it 7-6, and hand the ball to Carly Christensen. The serve, back row, and pushed over. Christensen plays it back across for the Cougars. Far side, Riley Lenneman over the net cord and down for a kill as it rolls the net cord and in. 8-6. Whittem will come in for the Cougars to serve. She'll serve it back row for Woods. Set up by Christensen for Vasquez in the middle. Off the block, picked up by the Cougars. Set up by Webb, tipped over and down for a kill as Webb just pushes that one over, and Whittem will go back to serve. 9-6. Whittem back row for Merrill as she can't handle this ball, and it'll be an ace for the Cougars. Whittem back row for Merrill. Picked up by Christensen, near side for Vasquez. Picked up by Webb and the Cougars, and rolled the net cord is Skipworth. Picked up, free ball, have to be over. Whittem. Webb will set up. Skipworth down the middle and picked up back row. And off the block and stuffed is Vasquez, and make it an 11-6 lead as Akron will take a timeout. One timeout remaining for each team. As Res Christian, I think even numbers are their thing right now. They won in set 2, and they're now leading by 5 in set 4. But all the games have been really actually close other than that set 2. You have a 25-19 set 1 by Akron. You have a 25-12 set win by Res Christian, and then the 27-25 set win just a set ago. Whittem will have the serve. Goes back for Merrill. Set up by Christian for the far side for Bear. Over the block, picked up, and a lift, and inside the net, as they say, is Skipworth, and it's 11-7 Cougars. Vasquez will have this one, picked up by Linneman, near side for Skipworth. Picked up, back row, set, near side Merrill, off the block, out, and that's a point, Akron. Give the kill to Sydney Merrill, and Allie Vasquez will have the serve. Goes to Linneman, near side for Skipworth, and down for a kill on the back side of in the back row. As now Riley Linneman will have the serve. Linneman goes to Vasquez, to Christensen, to Bear, and picked up by Vasquez. Tipped over by Webb and down for a kill. And that makes it 13-8. Webb just playing that ball right into a corner where no one was. Riley serves back and in for an ace on the back line and make it 14-8. Linneman, back row for Bear, set up by Vasquez and has to be free-balled over. Lohr to Webb, near side for Preston Linneman, down and in for a kill on the back line, and it is now 15-8 Res Christian. And that'll be a sub in for Akron as Gail Hall will serve or will sub in for Megan Woods. Back row serve is from Lenneman. Set up by Christensen to Merrill. Webb dug out, and Whittem has to push it across. Merrill with the set as set up by Webb on their side. Preston Lenneman down and in for a kill, and 16-8 as the Cougars double up the Rams. Lenneman serve back and in for an ace on the back corner. It's hard to see that corner from the angle that we're at. Back row, and that one will go out as it'll be 17-9 in favor of the Cougars, as that'll give Jordan Bear the serve. Picked up by Lohr in the back row, tipped over by Webb and down for a kill, and it is now 18-9. And Mackenzie Richardson will come in to serve for Abby Skipworth. Richardson over right into the net, and it's an 8-point lead. Make it 10-18, and back onto the floor will be Baylor. And now Megan Woods on the floor for Akron. She'll have the serve. 10-18. Goes to Lenneman, picked up by Webb. Riley Lenneman has to dig it out. Pushed over to Merrill, back on the back row and down for a kill on the big swing from Merrill. Woods still with the serve, 18-11. She'll push it back for Lenneman, picked up by Webb. Near side for Preston Lenneman, off the block, out of bounds, and a point, Res Christian. Boulder's coming in for Res Christian, and that'll send Madison Webb back for the serve. She'll float one over. Woods picked up by Christensen, and Merrill will off the block, pushed over by Glosson. Webb dug out back row. Preston Lenneman dug out back row by Woods. Near side for the tip over is Glosson. Lenneman set over by Akron as Preston near side off the net court and down for a kill. Makes it 20-11. Webb with the serve. Right into the net and make it 20-12, Res Christian. As that'll have Sydney Merrill the serve. Merrill goes to Lohr. Set up by Webb on the backside set. Preston Lenneman off the block, out of bounds, down for a kill. 21-12. And Preston Lenneman will have herself the serve. She'll put it over for Bear. Set up by Christensen, backside for Glosson, has to put it over. Picked up, Webb, near side for Boulders, has to play it over the block. Picked up out of the back row. Christensen free ball over. Lenneman, set up by Webb, near side for Riley Lenneman. And off the hands of Merrill, and make it 22-12. Preston Lenneman with the serve. Right into the net, and 22-13, and give the serve back to the Rams, as it'll be Glosson. Picked up by Lohr, back row. Webb, and blocked at the net is Lenneman, and down for a stuff block. and make it 14-22 as Bear with the stuff block. Glosson with the serve once again. It goes to Riley Lenneman, set up by Webb. Right to Lenneman off the net cord, picked up by Vasquez. Set up for Vasquez once again, and picked up out of the back row by the Cougars. Near side for Lenneman. Lenneman rolls the net cord and down for a kill, and 23-14. And a timeout taken by Akron. Their last timeout of the set. As it is 23-14. And the Cougars will have the ball on the serve. Akron not taking very much time out of the timeout, as they're going right back and saying, hey, let's play our style of volleyball. As Res Christian taking a lot of their time, as Akron out of timeouts in the set, and doing the serving will be Jennifer Lohr for the Cougars. Skipworth back in for the Cougars. Lohr pushes it over and dug out by Woods out of bounds, and that'll be a set point for the Cougars, 24-14, and Lohr serving for the set. Pushed across. Vasquez has to field a short serve. Woods, and pushed over by Bear. Webb set up in the middle and has to be free balled over by Lenneman. Christensen, far side for Vasquez, picked up by Lenneman. Webb, near side for Riley, off the tip and down for a kill. And Res Christian comes back to ties this up at 2 games apiece, as it is 25-14. And that will even it up at 14 apiece. We're going to take a break here in the NJC Spectacular, this big-time small-town media production here on ColoradoPreps.tv.
Americans love numbers and iPhones. We all know the 7 dwarfs, 4 seasons, and 12 days of Christmas. Now, for a limited time, the Arrow is featuring countless reasons to own an iPhone. With an iPhone, you can take great photos or take a crack at Angry Birds, watch your favorite video, or use it as a watch, find an old school friend on Facebook, or simply browse the web. But what you really ought to find is your nearest Bureau store, because for a limited time, you can have an iPhone for only $79.99. Before these big iPhone deals end, get into Arrow. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Northeastern Junior College Athletics would like to invite you to support NJC Athletics by becoming a member of the Plainsman Athletic Group. The Plainsman Athletic Group has levels of memberships for both businesses and individuals. For more information on how you can become a member of the Plainsman Athletic Group, call 970-521-6618. All support of the Plainsman Athletic Group goes directly to athlete scholarships, ensuring that Northeastern Junior College athletes get the best education possible. Call now, 970-521-6618, and become a member of the Plainsman Athletic Group.
You're looking for a used car, but you don't really trust those used car dealers. At Erdl Brothers Discount Auto in Sterling, trust is not an issue. At Erdl Brothers Discount Auto, there is no purchase as is. Every vehicle on the lot comes with a complete warranty. For your convenience of shopping, Erdl Brothers Discount Auto is available online anytime at ebautos.com. They understand that not everyone works 9 to 5, so they'll even set up private appointments to work with your schedule. Visit Erdl Brothers Discount Auto, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to 4.
These days, there's no free lunch or no free ride, not even any free time. Here at Bank of Colorado, we're putting an end to all that. Because our personal free checking and personal free collection serve a whole lot of fun. We'll start with free checking, free online banking, free pay and more. And when you add our personal free collection, you'll get a free savings account for your free $200. So if you want to bring back your free, apply today. Visit bankofcolorado.com and long live free.
set number 5 we go, best of 15, as the Akron Rams and the Res Christian Cougars tied at 2 games apiece, and the serve will go to the Cougars, as it'll be Riley Lenneman. She'll go back row for Bear, picked up by Christensen, and it'll have to be a free ball over by Vasquez. Lenneman picked up near side for Preston Lenneman, down and off the rafters, picked up and stays in play. Free balled over. Webb, Preston Lenneman, back row and down for a kill, as that was a shot down the back row. And it'll give a 1-point lead for Res Christian, 1-0. Riley Lenneman to right in front of Vasquez, and that is an ace. Make it 2-0, and a timeout already called by Akron. They have one timeout remaining. So 2 quick points out of the gate for Res Christian, and Coach Lindsey Gilmer has to take a timeout. 2 games apiece for Akron and Res Christian. This is a decider. Riley Lenneman goes back row for Vasquez. Set up by Christensen. Bear at the block, and she'll have to put it over. Picked up by Lore. Webb set up near side for Preston Lenneman. Down and in for a kill and make it 3-0. Cougars lead 3-0 over the Akron Rams in set number 5. As this ball out, as that'll be 3-1 your score. Give the serve to Jordan Bear, as she'll put one right to Preston Lenneman, picked up by Webb and through the block and dug out by the Rams. Backside, and it'll be Merrill with the kill down the line, and it's 3-2. Bear with the serve. She'll go back row for Lore, picked up by Webb. Near side for Skipworth, has to play it over, and it'll be flat-footed attack by Webb. Free balled over by the Rams and falls on their side of the net and make it 4-2. And the serve will go to Skipworth. Skipworth will go to Vasquez in the back row. Set up by Woods. Pushed over and off the tip as Gattikin cannot handle it. And it'll be 4-3. And coming in is Baylor. Megan Woods gets the serve, and she will skip it off the net. Picked up by Webb, near side for Preston Lenneman, tipped over the block. Christensen to Merrill, off the net and down on Akron's side, and Res Christian takes a 5-3 lead. In is Boulders for the Cougars. The serve goes back for Woods. Christensen, near side for Glosson, tipped over, picked up by Lenneman. Near side for Preston Lenneman on the off the block, can't be handled by Lore, and it's 5-4 Res Christian, and Akron will get the serve, and it'll be to Merrill. Merrill with the serve. She'll rifle one to Lore and in for an ace, and we're tied at 5. Lore could not handle it, and she has a wicked jump serve. Puts it on the back row for Lenneman. Set up near side for Preston Lenneman. Off the block, picked up and off 2 Cougars, and Akron takes a 6-5 lead. Remember, this is the first of 15. or I should say win by 2, 15. Merrill jump serve, back row is Lenneman has to put it all the way across on her attempt. Vasquez tips it over and down for a kill, and 7-5. And a timeout taken by Res Christian. So back-to-back, or 3 points by Akron, and all of a sudden a timeout taken by Res Christian. As Res Christian having a quick talk, and they're really saying, hey, they're taking on this timeout just as much time as Akron, so they must know what they're going to do here, as both teams down to 1 timeout apiece. The serve will still be with Merrill and Akron. A jump serve picked up by the Cougars, pushed over as it was in the net was Webb, and make it 8-5 Akron. Serve goes back row and in for an ace, and make it 9-5 Akron. As that's a tough play for Michaela Baylor in the back corner. Serve right into the net, and that will be a 9-6 game. And that'll give it to Preston Lenneman. The serve. Her serve goes back to Merrill. Set up by Christensen for Vasquez. Through the block and down for a kill. And Vasquez is showing her presence now. Vasquez coming back from doing her ACTs, and she's been a force. Picked up back row by the Cougars, pushed across by Webb. Set up for Vasquez. Lenneman, Webb near side for Boulders, and off the tip and down for a kill, and it's 10-7. Skipworth going to come in for Baylor, excuse me. And it'll be Jennifer Lohr with the serve. Dug out back row. Vasquez over, and it's picked up by Lenneman. Webb with the serve. 2 Boulders pushed over across. Near side and into the middle for Bear. She pounds one off the block and down for a kill. As it's 11-7 Akron. Carly Christensen with the serve. Picked up by Laura it should have been out of bounds, but they could not get it free balled over by Akron. And out, and Res Christian staying alive, 11-8. And now Whittam will come in for the serve for Boulders. Whittam will line one over the net, picked up. Vasquez picked out as in off the block, and out is the ball. A kill goes down for Vasquez, and she'll give herself the serve. And a timeout taken by Res Christian, as that will be their final timeout. Akron only 3 points away from taking set number 5. As Akron already out of their timeout saying, hey, let's go. Let's just get this done. And now Res Christian will come back out onto the court as well. Down by 4. Allie Vasquez with the serve. Dug out back row, set up by Webb. to Skipworth through the block and down for a kill. And that'll give Riley the serve for the Cougars. But dug out. Vasquez will have to try to flat-footed attack right into the net, make it 12-10, and Riley Lenneman will have the serve once again. Throws back row for Vasquez. Set up Christensen near side for Merrill. Off the block, out and down for a kill and make it 13-10. And Akron will get the serve back and it'll go to Bear. Bear serves for Lenneman back to Webb. Near side for Preston Lenneman. Pushed across as at the block, at the net. Merrill will go out on her attack, and it'll be 13-11 Akron, and Res Christian will get the ball back, and it'll be Abby Skipworth. Skipworth will line one back row for Bear. Pushed across. Webb to Preston Lenneman, down for a kill off the net. And it is a 13-12 game, and a timeout taken by Akron. They are out of timeouts. And both teams are not giving up as this final set has been back and forth. Akron jumped out to a 4-point lead, and now they're only down to a 1-point lead. But it was this way for Res Christian as well, as they had a 4-0 lead, and then next thing they know, they saw it disappear. Skipworth with the serve. She'll go short to Christensen, set up by Woods. Near side for Glosson. Dug out back row, set up by Webb. Near side for Lenneman, as it'll be set up by Woods. Merrill off the hand of Riley Lenneman and in for a kill, and that'll be a set point for Akron. Baylor coming in, as well as Kelly Gattikin, as Gattikin will come back to play back row. Megan Woods serving for the match. Pushed across, picked up by Preston Lenneman. Near side, set up for Lenneman, and she will go long, and that will do it, as that will be a 15-12 score, as Akron wins this one in the final set, 15-12. They win set 1, set 3, set 5, as that will do it for match number 3. When we come back, it'll be match number 4 between Resurrection Christian and Briggsdale here at the NJC Spectacular 15th annual. I'm Cole Honstead with Big Time Small Town Media Production and this Colorado Preps.TV